Hey guys, good morning or good day if you're with me on YouTube. Maybe it's not the morning. My name's Elizabeth. I'm your instructor, and today you are in a Pilates inspired fitness class. And I love Friday because it is Foam Roll Friday. So let's grab the foam roller and get this party started. Okay, we will just start super simple. Arms straight in front, one knee in tabletop, and switch and continue. All right, guys, this little move will begin to warm up your body. And I'd like to take this opportunity to request of you to keep your workout with me today pain-free. That means comfortably uncomfortable is okay, but pain is not. Anytime you are feeling stabbing pain, shooting pain, joint pain, structural pain, anything like that, please stop what you're doing and do something different so those feelings go away. I want you guys to feel better after class, not worse, and I need your help with that. Thus, any modification at any time, I encourage if that's what you need to do to take care of your body. All right, guys. Next time you have a knee in tabletop, doesn't matter which, pause. Fingertips on the outside of the foam roller. Let's toss and catch that foam roller. All right, you guys are having way more success than I am. Okay, there we go. And breathe. So we're just challenging that mind-body connection here. All right, I seem to be a little more challenged than you guys, but that's how it goes sometimes. Woo! And you are breathing for 3 and 2 and 1 and pause. Let's put that foot down. Nice job. All right, then let's lift the other knee into tabletop. And you guessed it. Toss, and catch, and continue. Woo! Notice how perhaps your heart rate is coming up. I can hear it in my voice. Whoa, and feel it. Woo! Maybe toss it a little higher. For 3 and 2 and 1, and let's put that foam roller down. Place it down on the right side of your body. Take that left arm up and over. Yeah, definitely. I'm feeling my heart rate up. Are you guys as well? Yeah, that's kind of cool, huh? Okay. Feeling that terrific side body stretch. We're going to stretch the body today. We're going to roll it out. Go ahead and bring that foam roller over to the other side. Other arm up. We're going to have some myofascial massage sensation with the foam roller. For 2 and 1, and come to center. We'll take the foam roller behind us, placing our fingertips onto it and walk out. Feeling that terrific stretch across the shoulders. Yep, and breathe. You guys look awesome. For 3 and 2 and 1. Take a little step back, and then we'll place the foam roller in front of us. One hand on top, other hand on top. Take a few steps back. Come into a forward fold. Frame your ears with your biceps. Looking good. Just adjusting my camera a tad. Wait, I think I adjusted it the wrong way. There we go. Man, I have a floppy foam roller today. All right, guys, and then softness in the knees, roll up to a standing position. Let's take this foam roller without further ado, place it on the mat. Long ways, come to the very front end of that foam roller, reach those arms forward, bend the knees, come all the way down, and then let's roll back vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way down. Okay, once you're all the way down, guys, this is important. Please make sure that your head is completely supported on the foam roller. So I don't want any heads dangling in space, nor do I want any booties dangling in space. Begin to roll from side to side. Oh, my back just popped. Feels amazing. and just feeling this massage sensation, giving your body some love. What a nice way to start the day. Ah. Just rolling from side to side. You got little muscles that go up and down each side of your spine. So this is a terrific opportunity to give them some love. For 3 and 2 and 1, come to center. Let's reach both arms up to the ceiling, palms facing each other. Reach one hand down towards your hip, the other arm overhead, meaning back behind you, and then up to center and switch and switch. I used the word switch. I could have used the word swish. It is like we are swishing our arms from side to side, making big rainbow arcs. Notice how this feels on the shoulders. We are passively allowing gravity to pull those shoulders down and around the foam roller. And just enjoy that shoulder massage. For 3 and 2. And then next time both arms are up towards the ceiling, pause. Let's pivot those palms so they're facing forward, and then bend the elbows out to the side, reach those arms overhead, and do it again. Coming into a goalpost situation. It just occurred to me, perhaps I should change my angle so you can see me a little better. Yep, just coming into that goalpost situation and reaching those arms up towards the ceiling. Again, feeling those shoulders. I don't know about you guys, but I was feeling my shoulders quite a bit from our last session. Yeah, so just feeling that nice stretch. Whew. If you are in Southern California, you are probably quite cold today. As I'm saying that, I'm realizing one of my students is from New Hampshire, so probably more so if you're from New Hampshire, you might be kind of cold today. But for us in Southern California, today is a really chilly day. It was in the 40s this morning, which is unusual. For 3 and 2, and the next time those arms are up towards the ceiling, pause. Let's reach both arms back overhead towards the mat, both arms up to the ceiling, and then down to the mat by your hips. Do it again and continue. This time, guys, let's have our palms facing forward. So as we reach those arms overhead, our fingernails are tapping the mat. As we reach those arms down towards the hips, it's our fingertips. So fingertips to the hips. Woo, and just enjoy going for that really terrific shoulder mobility. The shoulder is the most movable joint in the body. It is also the most vulnerable joint in the body. So just enjoying the sensation. For 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, arms in wherever you want them and just roll from side to side. Again, enjoying that massage sensation. Yeah, and enjoy and breathe. Woo! Okay, and find stillness. Next, let's place those fingernails down, arms open to a T. And then sliding those fingertips across the mat, let's bring them down towards, so they're under the hips, open to a T and up overhead. Do it again and continue. So it's like we're making big snow angels. Woo, and just enjoy that movement. We're going to do this for a moment here, and I'm trying to think of a pregnant pause, a pregnant moment. But anyways, we'll do this for a lengthy moment, just going through this range of motion. Really lends to increasing or improving our posture. Woo. Yeah, and just allowing those shoulders to really melt down around the foam roller, allowing for that gravity to assist us in creating that better posture. And perhaps you're noticing those shoulders beginning to feel a little heavier as they round and melt around that foam roller. Oh, and notice if there's a point in your range of motion where those shoulders want to cease relaxing around the foam roller. And if so, see if you can encourage them to remain relaxed around that foam roller. You guys, I'm so excited. I got a gig tomorrow. I'm shooting a commercial and they were all mysterious about it. And I didn't know what it was for. And I just found out that it's for a poker thing. And I'm going to be in a punk band at a King's Table. So I think it's like set in the, I don't know, 1400s or something. And we're all dressed as a punk band around the table. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm really excited. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. I hope you guys also have fun plans for the weekend. And I know we've been doing this movement for quite a while. It's on purpose. Again, notice if you're feeling that sense of heaviness in those shoulders, perhaps feeling that allowing for that more better, that improved posture. Really feeling that nice stretch across the front of the shoulders, that chest area. And as you know, because I tell you all the time, it's so good to lengthen those muscles because those muscles, they shorten, which causes that poor posture to be almost more comfortable than correct posture. So we're undoing that. And again, I know we've been doing this movement for a long time. It is on purpose. I'm feeling my hands resting more and more on the ground. In the beginning, it was just my fingertips. So definitely experiencing a change in sensation going through this range of motion. The longer we do this, even my forearms are beginning to rest more on the mat. Wow, that's really quite a contrast to how I felt at the beginning of this little session here. All right, guys, for 3 and 2 and 1. Oh my gosh, that felt amazing. All right, and again, let's gently rock from side to side. And you are breathing. For 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, guys, next, let's pivot those palms facing up and bring them down under the hips again. And notice if there's a little bit more wiggle room for that to happen. In other words, notice if you feel an enhanced flexibility to hold your hands in this position. Okay, let's begin to play with our lower body a bit. So bring one knee into tabletop and lower and switch and continue. One knee in tabletop and then the other knee in tabletop. If you want a little bit more, guys, as you lower that foot, maybe just tap the tippy toes down. And if you want a lot more, you can keep those feet off of the mat and just either hold a tabletop or you can continue marching and just let those toes hover above the mat instead of touching the mat. I'm going to follow my own advice and not do that. My body is requesting that my toes touch the ground today, so that's what I'm going to do. But if you want more of a challenge, you are welcome to go for that more challenging option. Woo! And breathe for 3 and 2. And the next time you have a knee in tabletop, pause. All right, guys, so we've got one knee in tabletop. Let's place the opposite foot on the ground. All right, and then the knee that's in tabletop, let's take the opposite arm, reaching it up to the ceiling. So we've got the opposite arm lifted and the opposite knee lifted. Kick that foot long, reach that arm back behind, knee in tabletop, fingertips up to the ceiling. Do it again and continue. Yep, and breathe. Woo! feeling those quadriceps muscles, feeling a little bit of a balance challenge. If you want more, guys, and it's safe for you, the next time that knee is in tabletop, pause. Whoop, maybe reach both arms up to the ceiling and reach both arms long as you kick that leg long. And do it again so you only have one foot in contact with the mat. If that's not good for you, you can omit that. By the way, if you are on a harder foam roller, on a harder surface, it will be quite a bit more challenging to balance. So just be aware of that. Woo. For 3 and 2 and 1. All right, come back to center. Gently rock from side to side. Looking good, guys. And then we'll do that on the other side with the other knee lifted. Okay, so other knee in tabletop. Opposite arm up to the ceiling. Kick everything long. Knee in tabletop, arms up to the ceiling. And then, if you wish, you can begin to go through this range of motion with both arms moving through space. Thus, you only have one foot touching the ground. And continue. By the way, while you're going through these ranges of motion that require balance, I want you to take your safety seriously, but other than that, don't take too much serious. In other words, just kind of go with it and have fun. If you're having a hard time balancing, just be like a little kid. No big deal. Yep. And breathe. In other words, don't take yourself too seriously. In other words, don't get down on yourself if you're having a hard time. For 3, woo, and 2, and 1. Let's place that foot down, arms down, and gently rock from side to side. Again. Woo, for 2 and 1. Okay, let's roll right off of that foam roller. I want you to continue to lie down, but just move the foam roller to the side and melt into the mat. And kick your legs long. Let those toes flop apart. Let's pivot those palms facing up by your hips and close your eyes. And just do a body scan. Notice how your body feels after being on that foam roller, after lubricating your joints in the manner that you've done or that you did. And then, guys, let's come into a little bit of breath work. So I want you to begin to just notice your inhales, notice your exhales. And then begin to notice the pause between your inhales and your exhales. And then I want you to increase the pause between your inhales and your exhales. And then the next time you exhale, I want you to empty out all your air. And then pause for the count of 4. And then inhale for the count of 4. And pause for the count of 4. And exhale for the count of 4. Emptying out all your air. And inhale for the count of 4. Pause for the count of 4. Exhale for the count of 4. And pause for the count of 4. Continue in that manner. If it's helpful for you, you can visualize sort of breathing in a square, if you will. Continue in this manner, guys, and just notice that sense of relaxation that you are experiencing. Just focusing on that manner of breathing, noticing how your body feels a little heavy after being on that foam roller as you were. Notice how your spine feels pretty fantastic after being on that foam roller as you were. And then I want you to know that this method of breathing is employed by the snipers, actually, in the military as they're doing their sniper duty. So it's not just airy-fairy, hippy-dippy breathing exercises that feel good. I'm not knocking that kind of stuff because actually I really love that kind of stuff, but also it's very practical to calm the nervous system and increase that sense of concentration. So that's kind of cool. So just put this method of breathing in your toolbox. I know some of you have told me that you use this when you're having insomnia and it helps. Any moments of stress, it can begin to help. But I'm going to pull you out of it and we will move on. So just begin to breathe normally, wiggling those fingers and those toes. Yeah, notice how maybe you feel a sense of heaviness in your mind, a good heaviness, a sense of relaxation, heaviness, and a heaviness in your body. But moving on, wiggling those fingers and those toes. Let's bend the knees and then take that foam roller and slide it under your thighs up by the smile line of your booty. And then hold it in place, straighten your legs over the foam roller, lift the hips and begin to swish those feet from side to side. Just going for a massage here in the back of the thighs, the hamstrings area. And just enjoy that sensation. So the only rule here, guys, is we are avoiding the backs of the knees, particularly if anybody is pregnant. We definitely want to avoid that area. There are pressure points that we don't want to mess with back there. All right, guys, and then let's go ahead and pause and then just take your fingertips and roll that foam roller down. So you're targeting a different area of those hamstrings. Cover the hips, swish those feet from side to side. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. Notice if you're feeling clunks as you roll over the different portions of those hamstrings. And then let's lower the booty and roll that foam roller down a little bit more. By the way, if you were rolling so far down that that would target you under the knees, then roll it back up. So just changing the point of contact. And enjoy for 3 and 2 and 1. Lower the booty. And then, guys, let's bend the knees. Keeping the head down, lift the hips and roll the foam roller up under the tailbone area. Yeah, so the hips are completely resting on the foam roller, taking a big step apart with those feet and windshield wiper those knees from side to side, really feeling that stretch in that torso. As you drop those knees to the left, notice how much space there is between the hip bone and the rib nearest it, and then switch. Yeah, just feeling that terrific twisty sensation, feeling a massage on that back booty body area. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then, guys, keeping that head down, let's bring one knee into tabletop and the other knee into tabletop. Let's begin to kick one leg long and then the other, and then let's come into a round motion like we are pedaling a bicycle, and continue playing with a little choreography. Let's flex the feet going through this range of motion, and then let's point those toes going through this range of motion. And then notice the direction that you're pedaling your bicycle and pause. And then let's reverse the direction of that cycling movement. Toes still pointed. And then let's flex those feet. Ooh, just enjoying that range of motion, getting a lot of terrific movement in the joints, in the lower body while we're holding that posture correcting exercise. For 3 and 2, let's bring both knees into tabletop. All right, guys, and then let's drop. So tiny range of motion to start with. Let's drop those knees to the right just a little bit, and then straighten both legs out over the foam roller and bring the knees to the left, and then straighten both legs out. Bring the knees to the right and continue. By the way, I said straighten those legs, but it's okay if you don't straighten them. If that feels better for you, you can just take those knees to the right and then slightly away from you and then over to the left. So again, make this work for you, whatever that looks like. Ooh, I'm going for a smaller range of motion today. Yeah, just enjoying that sensation for 3 and 2 and 1, and come back to center. All right, let's place those feet down. Take a step apart with those feet again. Windshield wiper those knees from side to side. And the next time those knees are to the right, pause, open those arms to a T, look to the left. Woo, and just enjoy that sensation. That stretchy sensation. With your exhales, guys, allow your body to relax a little deeper into this stretch. For 3 and 2 and 1, come to center, drop those knees to the left, look to the right, and again, enjoying this stretchy sensation. We did a lot of oblique work, so just feeling that stretch across those obliques. For 3 and 2 and 1, come back to center, and then guys, let's lift those hips, remove the foam roller from underneath those hips, lower the booty, and move the foam roller to the side. Kick those legs long, reach those arms straight up towards the ceiling, palms facing each other. Take an inhale with an enormous exhale, roll up to a seated position, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Yeah, looking so good. And then reach those fingertips forward towards the toes, allowing your torso to melt down towards your thighs. And then stack vertebrae upon vertebrae, coming to a very seated upright position. Well done, guys. And then let's take that foam roller, place it behind us, lean back at about bra strap level. And then fingertips laced behind the head resting in the hands. Reach that torso down and around that foam roller, just enjoying that stretch. And then keeping your head supported in your hands the whole time, lift those hips and begin to roll forwards and backwards over that foam roller. Feeling that terrific massage. You can roll all the way up to the top area of those shoulders, and then roll down to that bra strap area and continue. Looking good, guys. Yeah, you guys have some really nice movement going on there. I can see that. Notice if you are feeling or hearing clunks as you roll over those muscles. Oh, just enjoy this sensation, and then pause. Pivot both elbows towards the left, and then continue rolling. You are now rolling out more of the left side than the right side of that spine. And continue. If you have a hoodie on, maybe you'd like to put it over your head so it doesn't get stuck underneath your foam roller. Yeah, looking good, guys. Just enjoying massaging out that left side of the spine, that left shoulder area. And feel free to move in any manner that makes sense for you. Again, the only thing is here, guys, we're avoiding the waist area. Oh, breathing. Oh my gosh, this feels amazing. I've been looking forward to Foam Roll Friday ever since Sunday. You guys, granted, I could have pulled out a foam roller at any time, but did I? No. I was saving it to train with you guys. Not really. I just didn't make it a priority, even though it would have felt great. All right, guys, let's pause and then pivot those elbows to the right and begin rolling out the right side of the spine. You know, they've done studies, and there are 3 ways to increase one's exercise adherence to a exercise regime, and one of them is training with friends. So here I am training with you guys, with my friends. Could have done it anytime during the last 5 days, but nope, didn't do it. If you're curious, the other 2 things are, one is training in the morning. That way there's less of an opportunity to continue putting it off until it's bedtime. And then the other is paying money. Yep, so showing up with friends, doing it in the morning, and having a financial incentive are the 3 things that statistically increase one's adherence to an exercise program. Woo, just enjoying this a lot. Breathing. Oh, it feels so good. All right, but there are other things that I want to do. So let's go ahead and come back to center one more time. We'll take a moment here, just massaging out the center, or anything else that feels amazing for you. Perhaps you'd like to pause with those hips lifted and lower that head down and around the foam roller. Hanging out here for a moment, head resting in the hands. Feels so good. And breathe. All right, guys, whatever you're doing, let's balance it out for 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Come back to center and lower that booty down. All right, let's come up to a seated position. Hi, guys. Nice to see you. Okay, we'll take that foam roller and we'll put it back behind the waist. And then let's pivot the knees to one side, and then you can lean back on the foam roller. So I mentioned earlier that we cannot roll out the waist, and that is true when the spine is directly on top of it. But at an angle, we can't. So let's begin to roll forwards and backwards. Also be aware here, guys, that your organs are less protected because we're not massaging over ribs, which protect the organs. So if this is uncomfortable for your for anything that feels like an organ type situation, just go ahead and avoid it. You can continue with any of the previous movements or anything else that makes sense for you. Just enjoying massaging out that waist area. Yeah, so those bones, they stick out at a different angle down near the waist, and it is not a good idea to roll on top of them with the angle that they jut out. So it kind of reminds me of petting a dog with the grain of the fur, as opposed to petting a dog against the grain of the fur. So it's kind of like that sort of a situation. Just enjoying that. Feels really good. Boy, I have been experiencing a lot of tightness in the muscles by my waist. So this feels really fabulous. Woo, for 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, guys, and then let's pivot the knees over to the other side. And we'll roll out the other side of that waist area. Yeah, and enjoy that. So I shot on Sunday, I went to LA and I shot a video where I was the fitness model in somebody else's fitness videos. And being the not overachiever, but enthusiastic person that I am, I was like, sure, I'll sign up for 11 hours. I figured I'd make it count since I was driving all the way to LA. Anyway, so that's why I've been looking forward to this foam roll session all week, and really feeling it most in this area that we're massaging right now. So this is fabulous. Woo. My foam roller is squeaking. I am not passing gas. I have a 16-year-old at home, 16-year-old boy, so lots of jokes about passing gas at my house. That's why I'm sharing with you that is not what is happening. Woo. Definitely squeaking though. For 3 and 2 and 1 and lower down. Okay, guys, let's come to a seated position. Place those hands behind you and then kind of crab walk yourself so you're sitting on top of your foam roller. This is some of the good stuff right here. Begin to roll forwards and backwards over that foam roller. Yeah, between my 16-year-old son and my husband, it's nonstop entertainment at my house. I'm not sure who's more like the teenager. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Anyways, they enjoy each other's company. It's very sweet. All right, and then let's pivot both knees to the right. Yeah, they're definitely entertaining. Yeah, I'm so grateful for my family. It's always good to pause and think about things that we're grateful for. Maybe you'd like to think about some things that you're grateful for. Whew. I'll tell you 3 things I'm grateful for. One is my husband got up this morning and put air in my tire and made me coffee. I think I have the best husband in the world, although I know some of you would argue with that, so that's kind of cool. Whew. I'm also grateful it's Foam Roll Friday. Been looking forward to it all week. All right, let's pause, pivot those knees to the other side, continue rolling forwards and backwards. And I'm grateful I've got this gig tomorrow. I'm so excited about it. I got the call sheet, and some of the gigs I've been booking, it's definitely legit, but it's anyways, this one is super professional. The call sheet is like 3 pages long with all the different cameramen and producers and stuff. So I'm excited to go check it out and see what it's like. Woo, wow, really feeling that. All right, guys, let's come back to center, across that left ankle over the right knee, and then let's pivot to the right. So this is going to be a more targeted sensation on that right booty cheek. So if this is too much, and it might be if your foam roller is really hard, or maybe you like those hard massages. So of course, any modification is fine. Woo, and breathe. Oh, I'm seeing some puppy tail wags. I love that. That's another thing I'm grateful for. I think I might have the cutest dog in the world. And again, I know some of you would argue with that. My dog is so soft. Yeah. So she makes it kind of hard to get up in the morning. Whew. Wow, really enjoying the sensation. And then let's uncross that ankle, and then we'll cross the other ankle over, and then we'll massage out that left booty cheek. Woo. And breathe. By the way, you guys, not to toot my own horn or anything, but it was quite interesting being a fly on the wall or a fitness model for other professional people making videos for an organization that's well respected, and just kind of comparing what they were doing to what we do, and kind of prefer what we do. It was quite interesting to just experience that. I mean, they were great, awesome, really good, super professional, but yeah. Anyways, I think we've got a good thing going here. Whew, just enjoy this. Really enjoying this a lot. I think I could hang out here for the rest of the session, actually. All right, guys, let's take a moment and just move freely. Sometimes people like to lift their feet on the foam roller and rock from side to side. You'll just experience a greater massage sensation in that glute area. So that's an option, or not. Whew. Yeah, it was interesting when I was filming that that gig on Sunday, that fitness gig. In the beginning, I was just clearly like a fitness model. And then towards the end, he was like asking my opinion of different things to do. So that was kind of fun. Felt like, I don't know, it was just rewarding. Whew. All right, guys, just enjoying this sensation a lot. We'll hang out here for about 30 more seconds before we move on. I'll never forget one time we were doing a foam roll class and Catherine was in my class in the studio. And I asked her how she felt after class and she's like, well, I feel great, but we didn't do what we're doing right now. And I made a mental note to never forget doing this again in a foam roll session. And so thanks, Catherine, for that. Here we are, really enjoying this. Not that I would have forgotten it, but anyways, I always really enjoy hearing feedback from you guys, by the way. I feel like it makes me a better instructor. All right, guys, for 2 and 1. Okay, let's place that foam roller under the thighs again. We did this before lying down, but we'll roll out the thighs this time in a different position, in a seated position. So lift the hips and begin to roll forwards and backwards. By the way, if this is bothering your wrists and it can be hard for the wrists, you can come onto what we call gorilla fists if that works for your anatomy, or you can just lie down. That's an option too. So really just however you want to, massaging out those hamstrings. If you wish, you can cross one ankle over the other. I'll cue for that, but if that's not great for you, you can omit that. Certainly if you do cross one ankle over it, you will experience a greater massage sensation. Woo! And enjoy. All right, if you have one ankle crossed over, let's cross the other ankle over. Ooh, yeah, that's kind of intense. My foam roller is very hard. Whew. Feeling a little knobbies in there. For 3 and 2 and 1, lower down. Take that foam roller, put it under your calves. Actually, anywhere under your lower leg. So all the way down to just above the ankle. Just staying on that fleshy, muscular part. You can whack those toes from side to side. If you want to, guys, you can lift your hips again and roll forwards and backwards. Again, just avoiding the backs of the knees. You can also lie flat. I'm going to keep my booty down and just wag my toes from side to side because that feels really good. Again, feeling a lot of clumps in this calf area. Ooh. All right. And then if you want a little more, guys, you can cross one ankle over the other. That'll increase the feeling of work for this. And then if you have one ankle crossed, let's cross the other ankle over. Yeah, you guys look like you're really enjoying this. Woo. Just enjoy for 3 and 2 and 1. Oh man, this just feels so good. Okay, but switching gears, guys. Let's come on to all fours. And we'll have the foam roller underneath us. Let's roll it back down towards the knees. Again, we want to avoid pressure on the knees. So just keep that in mind. And then let's, on all fours, we'll just drape ourselves over the foam roller so it's under the thighs, and then begin to roll forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards. Ooh, yeah. And enjoy. Lots of oohs and ahs with this foam roller, guys. You can come down to your elbows if that's better for you. All right, guys, and then let's find a spot that feels kind of good and pause, and then bend the knees and straighten, bend and straighten. Whew, and continue. And then let's bend the knees and then just swish those feet from side to side. I always feel like a little kid in a field in this position. All right, and then let's roll forwards or backwards just a little bit, changing the point of contact. And you can swish those feet from side to side or straighten and bend. You can also roll forwards and backwards while you swish those feet from side to side. So just take a moment here, guys. Make this meaningful for you, whatever that looks like. Ah. Yeah, it feels so good. Okay, I'm going to stop saying that. I know I've said that like 50 million times. But you got to admit, it does. Ooh. Just giving those thighs some love, those quadriceps. All right, guys, and then let's pause. And if it feels good for you, you can lower those hips down. Yeah. So this is more posture correcting here. Anytime we have the hips in front of the torso, that is the opposite of the torso in front of the hips. And torso in front of the hips equals poor posture. In other words, leaning forward, often with those gorilla hands with the knuckles forward. So we're just spending some time undoing that and feeling that sensation in your spine. Feels really good. Maybe feeling a little bit of a stretch in that abdominal area. Whew, for 2 and 1. All right. Let's straighten those legs, put those toes down, roll yourself back, and come back to all fours. Okay, man, once again, time flies when you're having fun. All right, guys, let's bring that booty back towards the heels, separating those knees a lot with your foam roller in front of you. And then placing your fingertips on your foam roller, let's roll forward, bringing your face down towards the mat. And then let's just wave those hands from side to side, getting a little forearm massage. Whew. And then find stillness, roll yourself back to an upright position. And then we'll roll forward again. I love doing this on the foam roller because I don't know about you guys, but and then let's roll ourselves back up and just continue with this motion at a pace that feels good for you. But just having the smoothness to be able to do this with the assistance of the foam roller is likely not something that we could do without the foam roller. So just enjoy that. Oh, it feels so good. And breathe. Oh, I said it again. I said I wasn't going to say that, yet I did it. I said it again. Oh, well. And we'll do this just a couple more times. For 3 and 2 and 1. Come back to center. Oh, man. Yeah, that was awesome, right? Okay, then let's come to a standing position, however you want to get there. We have lubricated our joints. We have moved in all planes of motion. We've spent a lot of time doing posture correcting moves. So I hope you guys feel amazing. Let's swing those arms from side to side. What a nice send off into the weekend. I hope everyone has a fabulous weekend. For 2 and 1, come to center. Reach those arms overhead. Drop the shoulders. Curl the fingertips over. Roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, noticing how your body feels. Hopefully, yeah, I feel fabulous. I hope you guys do too. Nod your head. Heck yes, I feel amazing. Shake your head. No, no, no. And then softness in the knees. Head is heavy. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming all the way up. And when you get to the top, bring those shoulders up, back and down, up, back and down. One more time, up, back and down. Walk into your day with your awesome foam rolled body. And if you're with me on YouTube, thanks for joining me. If you're with me live, I love you guys.